Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the final game of the day at the WCA CSGO Championships. My name is Onset, joined by Wonderboy once again. And we're getting into the final game, Harry. It's going to be New4 once again meeting up against Endpoint, this time on Mirage.
Yeah, most certainly. And we've been casting for what, about 4 hours now? We've been up since like 5 AM, but we're going to be seeing these two teams again. 4.5, producer says. Okay, that's not
corrected.
So
Stop moaning.
I mean, that's nothing. Let's go on. I mean, I think it was Endpoint in the end who actually won the knife round, and they are actually electing to start on the terrorist side. Very interesting.
Very, very interesting indeed. And we have seen these two teams meet up before, and I do believe it was Endpoint who won this.
16-13, I think it was.
Yeah, so this was the final, the only win we have seen so far from the Great Britain side. So, some hope in this game, maybe, Harry, for some consolation. But China have already taken this series. Unfortunately, they are up 4-1 as we stand. So
check this out. On the terrorist side, on the pistol round, they've elected to go for 3 smokes, and that's essentially just going to block off this entire A-bomb site. Jungle is smoked, as is double box. There is a player there above the scaffolding, and Mighty Max will actually trade that one off, but the bomb's already down. 4 CT players alive. A lot of damage going down on the T side. Mighty Max will go down as well. Now it's just Imi in a 1 versus 3 impossible situation. Terrorists did get the bomb down, but New4 on the counter-terrorist side will defuse and win the round.
So, New4 taking the first round of this final match. They're going to go up 1-0 against Endpoint. Endpoint won't be too disappointed with that, though. They did get the bomb down, as you say, so some money in the bank there.
Obviously, they would have liked to have won the round.
It would have been nice.
You know, a bit
it would have been
money.
nice.
They would have got more money.
But this is life, Harry. Everything
life.
can't go your way all the time.
But it was...
You've got to take the rough with the smooth.
Very interesting. They went for 3 smokes. So obviously, a smoke strategy on Mirage. It's very viable, especially on the A-bomb site. There's quite a lot of easy lineups, and you can kind of counter some of the counter-terrorist positions and block off lines of sight thanks to those smokes being safely thrown from the T-ramp. But either way, early mid-aggression in this round from Endpoint, and you can see on the right-hand side only upgraded pistols for a few of the Endpoint players. Otherwise, they are just going in dry, baby. And the bomb still making its way through the T-apps. It looks like they're going to try and hit B right here, but they still have an opportunity, especially with who is this? This is Imi, just holding mid. They could, if they wanted to, run down underpass and go up to A, but Imi instead is going to be a distraction play. The rest of the Endpoint players are going to be moving into the B-bomb site. Ezio is already down and gets a kill with a Glock on an armored player. That's absolutely magical. And Black Mamba there is still alive on bench, and he's going to be a tough cookie to deal with. The bomb will be dropped as well, and just like that, Jackhand will come in on the cleanup control. And there you go. Endpoint will, in the end, go down in the round, but the buy will come in. They could have done with getting the bomb down there. They would have been happier with that, but the buy will still come in. The odd nades here and there, but AKs across the board, no AWP to be found.
So Jackhand being the Janna in that round, clearing up those kills, started off by his teammates. New4 going up 2-0 now. As you say, Harry, AKs across the board on the Endpoint side of things. So, going to be looking to win essentially what will be a gun round for them. First kill does go down. That's going to be Black Mamba dropping for New4. So Endpoint with a solid start to this round. And it looks at the moment like that bomb is rotating through mid, Harry. So not sure what they're going to try and stack at the moment.
Yeah, no AWP on the T side this early on in the game on Mirage isn't the worst part. I mean, considering the CTs at the moment haven't brought up an AWP, that window area, if you can get a counter-terrorist in there with an AWP and he can start rattling some shots off, it can make mid-control very, very hard for the terrorists to take. But as there is no AWP on the CT side, good read out Endpoint to just buy up the AKs and go early mid-aggression. Velox will take down Jewelry. That's going to make it a 2-man advantage now in favour of the Ts as they try and hit this ace site. The bomb still hovering around T-ramp though, and they have to be worried about Smartshy here. Jackhand will get one, but it's traded off instantly. Now it's pretty much all on Smartshy here on the A site. He can make some wondrous things happen. Will take down Imi, but they know his position now. Mighty Max will lose the duel, actually. Smartshy with
my word!
Surely not 4. No, he won't make it, but Mocky will clean it up. How the hell did New4 win that round? Endpoint, it was looking so good for them with the 2-man advantage, but New4 and Mocky, they will come in and win the round.
Well, Smartshy is the reason that they won that round. It was as simple as that. Picking up those 3 kills. Huge plays coming out of him. As you say, Harry, 3-0 now to New4. So really strong start from then. go into this round, and it's an eco buy on the side of Endpoint here. So you would expect New4 to maybe take this round and go up 4-0.
Yeah, most certainly. Yeah. And it looks as if Endpoint here are just going to wait for the early nades. They have opportunities here, as you can see. They're all just kind of stacking up in these B halls, all literally just lining up. And aim of the game here for Endpoint: get that bomb down, secure a little bit of extra money going forward. And if you're New4, what you want to do right here is Mocky, you're going to flash yourself in and kill all the players.
So here he goes. There's one. He does get taken down though, so Mocky not getting everything he wanted out of that exchange. It's actually going to be 2 dead now for New4, so a good job coming in from Endpoint, but look at this. It's going to be Smarchy once again. He's going to pick up 3 again. So New4 and Smarchy just starting out hot in this one, 4-0 up, and Endpoint being outclassed at the moment.
4 rounds in the game, and Smarchy has
8 kills.
8 frags.
Wow,
that is pretty special.
Yeah, he's doing some work.
It's not bad, is it?
I think,
you know.
what was it? He got 4. Was it 4 in one round and 3 in another?
Yeah.
Not bad.
It's not bad,
Decent.
I suppose, is it?
Decent,
You know,
decent.
but either way, still no AWP on the CT side. This is very, very interesting. They have a rifler holding window. It's going to be Jewelry, so he needs to be very, very careful of this man with the AWP. Keats is essentially just going to be waiting for a CT to ever extend to try and get that pick. You can see there, he's anticipating a CT with the AWP, but little does he know, there is no AWP to be found on the counter-terrorist side.
So Keats with the opportunity to maybe make a play hit for his team. There are 2 players going to be sneaking around though. It looks like they're going to be rotating towards B with this bomb though. Initially, or does it look like they might actually change their minds and go for an A push?
I do believe they're actually up on short at the moment. I could be wrong. Imi here is holding team ramp. Ezio has underpass, but Velox, I'm pretty sure, is in the ladder room, so they could potentially split A from 3 different positions right here. Mighty Max will take down Black Mamba. They could go through window, they could go up connector, and they could also, with Imi, go up T ramp. So I guess they're kind of just waiting for the picks right here. I think the call in the end will be to go up short and go to that B bomb site. As you can see on the minimap, the rotations will come in. They are leaving that A site, which means it's essentially all on Mocky to hold off this absolute onslaught that's coming from the Endpoint terrorist side.
So Mocky with it all to do, but he's not going to be able to get anything done as Velox comes in. Keats picks up another one. Look at that kill feed. 3 kills going down. Make that 4. Imi with a double to finish it off. Mighty Max going to get that bomb down as well. So fantastic round coming out from Endpoint there. That's going to be their first round on the board. New4 though with the advantage massively at the moment. 4-1 up, but a little bit of hope there for Endpoint, and they're on the board.
Okay, so don't buy an AWP in a gun round. Buy it when we're buying pistols and stuff.
Why not?
Okay,
Why not?
Jewelry. Okay, mate. He's going to make it work though. He'll take down Keats. He'll win that mid-duel engagement. And because of that large counter-terrorist presence in mid, they're going to be looking to salvage that gun if they can. Meanwhile, the terrorists, if Mighty Max, little does he know, but if he was to run to B right now, all he'd have to contend with is Mocky here on short, and he just has that 5-7. So this could actually work out perfectly from the T side if they were to read this correctly. The rotation is in kitchen at the moment. That's going to be Black Mamba with a rifle, so wouldn't be the easiest take in the world, especially now with even more players rotating over. It looks as if Jewelry here is going to rotate round to the B site as well. So Endpoint here making New4 guess and keeping them honest. Meanwhile, across the map, once again, we have Imi, the lurker, just keeping New4 honest and making sure they don't completely read what the T side is trying to do. And just like that, the Ts are actually going to rotate here through T spawn and try and hit up that A site. Meanwhile, across the map, Ezio is just causing absolute havoc here on the B bomb site.
So we are in a 4v4 situation at the moment. Keats and Mocky have been taken out of the game. It looks like they're actually going to choose to rotate back to B now with that bomb. So interesting plays coming here out of Endpoint.
This is the play. Imi here needs to make noise. If he gets a kill, then the CTs will rotate off of B. But as it stands, it looks like they're going for that B hit regardless. The bomb is already over there. The bomb is going down. But little does he know, Black Mamba's there. He can take down the bomb carrier as well. That's the round pretty much. 17 seconds left. And Velox in a 1 versus 4. A pretty poor read in the end there from Endpoint. I was expecting them to at least wait until Imi made some noise on the A bomb site. But in the end, they got a little bit too impatient, decided to push in without the kills across the map. And the CTs hadn't rotated yet. And New4, they read that perfectly and go up 5-1. And the worst part is, Velox went down there after the round.
Yeah.
So he will get 0 money for that effort.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a slap to the face. But yeah, New4 looking strong there. Endpoint just seemed to have a little bit of indecision on whether they wanted to really push there. New4 took advantage as they tried to rotate into that bead site. AWP here in the hands of Jewelry. Endpoint CO is going to be taken down though. Mighty Max is going to come behind and play. That's going to be traded out though. So look at this. New4, 5 players up. Whereas Endpoint find themselves with only 2 players, and Mighty Max struggling away with 17 HP. He's going to be the last player alive. He's going to be pushed. He's going to be taken down. A clean sweep. Almost, sorry, I didn't see the Jewelry got taken down, but New4 win that one very, very convincingly, and they're going to find themselves up 6-1 already, Harry.
Yeah, so Endpoint there decided to go up short. They smoked across immediately and decided to just try and blag their way up short pretty much. Unfortunately, both the players that decided to peek short decided to jump around the corner, and unfortunately, when you're flying through the air in Counter-Strike, you have a lot of inaccuracy. So none of those shots were able to come off, and it was pretty much easy pickings for the CT side. And now that economy is starting to build up, you can see Mocky there with the UMP. He senses that the Endpoint will be on pistols. No Kevlar across the board on the Endpoint side. So Mocky could have a field day here if he decides to push the B halls. And even if he were to die, giving up this UMP would not be the most ideal weapon, especially when assaulting the B bomb site here for the terrorist side. So Mocky here could be in for a lot of kills. We've seen most of the Endpoint side actually setting up for this B halls push. So Mocky could be in for a field day right here.
Mocky could have Christmas coming early here. All of these Endpoint players are now going to be pointed down. And here goes Mocky. There's 3. Make it 4, boy. Challenge that kill. Take him down. And as you said, Harry, you called it absolutely perfectly. Mocky picking up 4 kills in a row there. 7-1 now for New4. Endpoint just falling apart, it would seem, at the moment.
Yeah, that was pretty tough to watch. I mean, you could kind of see it coming from a mile away. You know, we had the benefit of the doubt of the fact that we knew the terrorists didn't have any Kevlar. We could just see that happening a mile away. Mocky just held down mouse 1 and went to work. Jewelry here deciding to go for an early peek in B apps with the AWP. That's very interesting. Meanwhile, we have the terrorists actually setting up for another smoke execute here on the A site. This is going to bounce onto stairs. That's going to block that one off. And now they're left a little bit vulnerable here on the A bomb site. Jewelry will get a kill in B apps there with the AWP, but you can see the terrorists still here trapped in T ramp. They need to try and get some entry frags. We have once again Smartshy just holding this angle. They didn't check it. The bomb goes down. That's 1.
2.
That's 2. Smartshy going ham. He will go down in the end though, and the counter terrorists are pretty much just mopping up at the moment. Mocky will take down Ezio, but he will actually end the round with 2 kills, and Mocky with 2 UMP kills also swaps that UMP out for a rifle, and not surprisingly, Endpoint call for a timeout. No doubt that is tactical because they're 8-1 down in the game at the moment, and you have to remember Endpoint actually won the knife round and decided to stay on the terrorist side. I think that's kind of backfiring on them at the moment, Mark. I'm not going to lie.
Just a little bit. They are pretty much getting outclassed at the moment. You can't really say anything else. You know, 8-1. None of these rounds have really been particularly close either, Harry. It just seems like all of the players are falling almost one after the other. It's been totally outplayed, and look at Smartshy at the top. 11 frags in the game, only the 4 deaths. So every single player, I believe, apart from 1, is positive on the side of New4.
So more frags and then deaths. Timeout still coming in, and this is kind of a tricky situation for Endpoint here. You're 8-1 down. I mean, you see the score up there. That's 8. That's 1. You know, you're 8-1 down in the game. Terrorist side Mirage, and you don't have any money to play with. You can see where this round is right here.
Yeah.
They won this round with all 5 players alive, and then they lost. So their economy was reset right here. So they had to force buy here. They lost a gun round. And
it's
now
not,
this is where
not looking good, is it?
This is where their economy is right now, and they have to say to themselves, hey, do we buy into this one? Or do we just do what we're doing right now and just upgrade some pistols, get a smoke and a flash here and there, and try and make something happen, get the bomb down, get a little bit more money next time round? I think the key so far for this round for Endpoint, get that bomb down, get an AWP on the board, and start contesting mid a little bit more aggressively, because right now, Jewelry and Co are just essentially being given mid for free. But it looks as if it's going to be a bit of an A split here, with Imi once again lining up that stairs smoke. Jewelry will find Keats early on. That smoke's going to bounce onto stairs, but his teammates are already on the site. Mighty Max being very aggressive. Will dink Smartshy through the box. Could almost find Jackhan there as well, but it's going to be Mocky and the crew to try and clean up the mess that his teammates had created. Velux is the last alive, but he got the bomb down. That's exactly what Endpoint wanted. But again, New4 cleaning stuff up. They will salvage the AWP as well. And that's going to be 9 rounds on the board now.
Yeah, I'm really starting to feel for Endpoint now. It just seems whatever they're trying is just being shut down by New4. And what do you do in this sort of situation? They're trying to do what they can, as you say, trying to maybe save and get some money on the board by getting that bomb down. But they really need to win one of these gun rounds that's coming up and just try and just buy their way back into the game. Yeah,
I'm actually very surprised here that Keats isn't trying to challenge mid a little bit more aggressively with his AWP. I mean, you can see Jory here, you know, he has AWP mid. In my opinion, you kind of need to take that duel and try and get him out of window, because then that kind of splits the counter-terrorist side down the middle. They have to basically play 2 and 2 on each site. So interesting to see Keats in the end not actually going for that mid duel, instead trying to play a little bit more passively, and he's actually rewarded with mid control. So it's actually worked out in the end. Endpoint making me eat my words. This flash is going to flash connector perfectly for Velux and Co, and they're going to be able to peek through that one, but straight into a Molotov. Down to 44 HP is Velux. Mighty Max down to 52 as well. This is going to be a tough situation here for the terrorists trying to advance up connector. Ooh. Mighty Max will get a kill though, and we can see on the mini-map actually, Imi here is once again controlling this T-ramp, and the bomb's actually rotating around to T-spawn. But the interesting thing is, the last 2 CTs alive are both on the A site, so this could be a bit of a misread here from Endpoint. It could be in for a bit of a nasty surprise. Imi will go down, that's Jewelry going ham, but he will be traded out. Last man alive is Smartshe. Bit of trigger discipline there, will take down the bomb player, but unfortunately for him, Mighty Max comes in, cleans up the round, and Endpoint put their 2nd round on the board.
So that timeout working well for Endpoint. Coming back straight after that timeout, picking up the next round, just maybe having to regain composure ever so slightly moving forward in this game, but New4 with the commanding lead at the moment as we enter round number 12. Both teams with pretty heavy buys in this one, Harry.
Yeah, and it looks like some aggressive apps play right here. Mighty Max obviously very confident he wants to hit that shot, but I think it's actually Black Mamba here who's playing on short, so he's going to be supplementing Mocky here who's playing on the B site. Overall, pretty standard across the board. Once again, we have Imi just lurking. You know, he does how he does on the T ramp, and at the moment, still early on in the round, the T's feeling out the CT side. And I'd like to see Endpoint here, once again, try and get a little bit of mid control. Start attacking bomb sites from multiple angles, because we've seen Imi here quite a lot lurking around A. But the problem is, Smartshe is always a thorn in the side, and just as I say that, the T's have taken mid, so this is going to make things a little bit easier for them going forward.
So they finally have some map control here. Keats does have the AWP as well, but yet to really find his range in this game with this weapon. Looks like the push is coming through mid now. Imi trying to do what he can. Just 35 seconds left in this round, and here comes the action. We see 2 players from Endpoint. Sorry, 3 players from Endpoint taking out players from New4. New4 going to find themselves in a 2v3 situation here. The bomb does go down by SEO. So it is now all about those post-plant positions, Harry, and seeing if they can close out this round.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough retake, because you have 2 players playing by the team ramp, and you also have Mamba who's being stored by a Molotov, but also only has 1 flashbang between the 2 counter-terrorists trying to retake this site at the moment. Moki's doing some good damage, but actually takes down Ezio there, close range.
Oh my word!
Now for Mocky. Last man alive for the T side to defend the bomb. It's going to be
Mocky! Oh my god!
Can he find the bomb? Will he have time? Surely he will. What a retake from Mocky. The 3K in the round, the last 3 terrorists alive, and Mocky takes them all down. That is going to be the 10th round on the board for New4, and that is going to be Endpoint in a sticky situation.
Endpoint. I mean,
UKCSGO
was that the Endpoint? I mean, I know it's a horrible pun, but that was horrendous to watch. If you are a great Britain fan, put my teeth in again, a Great Britain fan, Mocky just going off, as you say, picking up that 3K and getting the defuse on the bomb. So New4 have got to be feeling pumped right now, but Endpoint, I mean, they've just got to be feeling so devastated after that round. They really, I mean, what do you do? What do you do in this situation?
I want what Mocky's drinking.
Yeah, I want what Mocky's drinking. I think everybody wants what Mocky's drinking after that last round. That was ridiculous.
I want it in pill form. Mocky, please, give me your energy. But either way, New4 kills across the board. Jury finding Ezio through the smoke as well. That's going to make things near impossible for Endpoint. They still have Keats here, just watching the jungle rotation. And Mighty Max is over here on T-Ramp as well. Basically, A is their only hope at the moment. And you can see on the mini-map, as CTs start to crawl up middle a little bit, they're going to gather more information. And it's going to become more and more obvious that this is going to be an A site take. I need to be very worried about Jackhand here, though, in CT. Because he can hit shots like that. And it was an easy lineup in the end. 11-12 is the score. New4 looking very good here on Mirage.
Yeah, New4 looking like a totally different team to what we saw earlier. They are just dominating Endpoint on Mirage. 11-2 now, and look at this on the Endpoint side of things. Just nothing to play with, Harry.
Yeah, this is the problem. Because 11-2 is the score, essentially what they're doing right here is surrendering this round and playing for the last round of the half. Once again, I wouldn't be surprised to see kind of like a fast play on the B site, trying to get the bomb down. In fact, they're actually going to rush underpass here and go up connected to A, potentially. So this could even catch New4 off guard. They've tried going up connector a couple of times. They need to be worried about Black Mamba here, though, who is up on short. He has that rifle to play with, but oh, he's not hitting any of the shots. He will take down one, put Ezio down weak as well, but 3 Endpoint players go down in quick succession, and the last man alive will be Keats. No bomb down in this round, which means the buy in the next round is going to be very sketchy for Endpoint, and 12-2, we could be looking at a 13-2 half here for New4.
It is looking very much like that, Harry. It seems like Endpoint are trying to do what they can with their buys. AK-47's coming in from them. They know they need to try and get something done in this round, but New4 just looking at a different class at the moment. 12-2 up. AWP in the hands of Jewelry and Jackhand as well. So they're fully tooled up, Harry. Lots of grenades on the board as well. And, I mean, Endpoint have just got to make something out of it.
Yeah, so here's basically the Hail Mary. They're going for a smoke execute on the A-bomb side. And they're throwing 3 players in Palace. And then the bomb carrier, as well as Mighty Max right here, are going to throw smokes to try and cut off some sight lines. But again, the thorn in the side in this kind of A situation has been Smartshy. He's played this position constantly. By now, they absolutely have to check this. They still don't. He gets 2 in a row. That's madness there from Smartshy. And all of a sudden, Mocky can rotate in. Jewelry will go down in the end, though, so the man advantage to the terrorist side. And with bomb going down as well, who else would you want in the situation than Mocky?
Mocky, the man who went wild last time, already picks up one. He's going to find SEO in front of him. He's blinded by that smoke grenade. Cannot find him, but he's going to take... Oh my word, he actually got turned on. So it's all up to Black Mamba now, the last player alive. Endpoint with a chance to take this round here. Max around this corner. Some shots are going to come in. Cannot finish off that kill, and Mighty Max does actually finish that kill. So Endpoint get another round on the board, and one that they so desperately needed. New4 now in the lead, 12-3.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure if Black Mamba there actually was aware that he had an incendiary grenade and he also had a flashbang to work with, so he probably should have used his utility a little bit better there to try and flush out some of the terrorist players. But either way, Endpoint put the final round of the half on the board, but 12-3 is a pretty commanding scoreline in favour of New4, especially on a counter-terrorist sided map such as Mirage. Endpoint absolutely need to win the pistol round if they want any chance of winning this game. So this round's going to be huge for them. We've got a kick and a smoke coming out of Imi, and then 4 Kevlars, and then on the T side we've got a Molotov, 2 flashes, and 4 sets of Kevlars. So Jewelry is going to be the point man, especially considering he's the only player on the team at the moment with utility. Wouldn't be surprised to see this Molotov go to either Van or Bench on the B bomb site. He's going to be able to flash his players in. But check out Endpoint here creeping up mid. If they were to fast rotate either around the back or up through short, this could be absolutely hell here for the T side. Jackhand's first on the site. He will find Ezio. That's 1 going down. That's 2 going down now for Endpoint. Their hopes and dreams slowly slipping away. Mighty Max clawing them back in though. And now a 3 versus 3. They still have the smoke and the defuse kit on Imi, so that's a saving grace for them. But with Smartshy, Mocky, and Jewelry all still alive here for New4. They have a lot of angles to try and cover. Smartshy with 1 will take down Mighty Max. And it's looking like Keats is the last hope here for Endpoint. He does still have Imi with him. In fact, it's going to be Imi last alive. He does have that kit, but he will go down. New4 will win the pistol and surely will win the game. Beautiful play there from New4, and they will win the pistol round.
New4 just absolutely turning it on in this game, Harry. Endpoint just have no answer whatsoever to this Chinese squad. And it's looking at this point, Harry, we don't want to give the game away too early, but it's looking like today's series might be a 4-1 win for the Chinese. Currently up 3-1. UK not giving the best efforts at the moment. Well, they were giving the best efforts, but they're just being outclassed, Harry. It really is as simple as that.
Yeah, they got to do some, oh my word, that's some crazy flashbang plays coming in, but either way, New4 come out on top. Monkey will go down as well, though, so Mighty Max and Ezio still alive, but they need to be very wary of Smarchy here, who's coming around the backside. This could be a backstab coming in. Does he know Mighty Max is around that smoke? That is the question. You'll hear the player in CT, so he'll be calling that out to his teammate. And Ezio here has no idea he's about to get shot in the backside. Bullets up the bum. That's not where you want to be. Mighty Max will go down, and the last man alive for the counter-terrorist side is Ezio. He has two, in fact, 3 low HP players to find. He could have maybe done it, but Smarchy will come in, shoot his dead body, and that'll be 14-3 in favour of New4. A little bit of BM.
A little bit of BM. It's always easier to do it when you're 14-3 up, isn't it?
Yes. The scoreline certainly helps.
Yeah, it's always awkward when you lose the following round in a tied game. But, you know, yeah, it's the best time to do it is definitely when you're 14-3 up and you are essentially dominating your opposition. So New4 14-3 up now, and you just Endpoint just haven't been able to get anything going. They haven't even had the opportunity to make any clutch plays. It's just been total domination from the New4 squad at the moment. And it looks like at the moment, oh my word. I mean, that sort of play, Jewelry just picking off that first player. And once again, Endpoint find themselves at the disadvantage early in the round.
I didn't even see Jewelry peeking for that shot. That's pretty darn crazy there from Jewelry. And it's those kind of plays that have helped New4 in this game. I mean, they were making all the plays on the counter-terrorist side. They got up to, what, 12 rounds on the CT side, and winning the T-pistol certainly has helped them out massively. Still a little bit undecisive in terms of where they want to go. Looks like they are going to go to that B-bomb site in the end. Velix is going to be the point man for the CT side. He needs to get some of these kills if he wants his team to have a chance at this retake, but it's going to be all on Mighty Max.
Poor Mighty Max.
To save potential match points for his team in a 1 versus 4. This is pretty tough. Only a flashbang to work with as well. And Jack Ann will come in, put an end to Mighty Max, and that'll be New4 on a bucket load of match points.
A bucket load of match points and a bucket load of money to close it out with as well, Harry. This is not looking good. This could be the end of the British hope. We could see the ship sinking, Harry.
Yep. UKCS lol.
Match point going to New4, and this would be 4-1 in the series today. China will have already taken the series, sorry, but this would just be the nail in the coffin.
The icing on the cake.
Yeah, and other things that people say. But let's see if Endpoint can maybe delay the inevitable. Pretty difficult situation though. We see all of the New4 players are tooled up. Mighty Max, the only player here with an AWP. Going to be very, very tough in this position for something to happen for the Endpoint team.
It's a scout, bro. Not an AWP.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
It's the baby AWP.
It's a little baby.
Yeah, it's a little baby. A couple of body shots here and there. You'll go down. It works like an AWP.
Well, not in that case, though, because he just had his helmet removed and a bullet in his. So, approaching the finals here. We get into the last few kills here. Endpoint trying to make something happen though. Mocky is the last player alive, and he is going to get this bomb down, Harry.
Yeah. The key here, sorry to cut you off, Mark, but is how he plays his post-plant position. He needs to anticipate that both the CTs will be coming from kitchen, and this is an interesting off-angle to hold. If both CTs go through the window here, he could catch them both by surprise. Mocky going absolutely huge here.
Oh my!
Take down one, but does he know both players were there? Ezio, the last man alive on the CT side, he has a kit to play with. He has a little bit of time, but he absolutely has to find Mocky. Mocky knows exactly where it's planted. Mocky will be baited out by the defuse. He will not win the fight. Ezio, take a bow, perfectly played, and he will keep Endpoint alive for now.
So Endpoint hang on by the thinnest of threads. Ezio with a huge play, and that's the first time we've actually seen this Endpoint team have the opportunity to make a big play. I thought he had both of those players lined up though when he was flanking behind them there. Did not see that second player, but 15-4, still many a match point for New4, and it looks like they are going in for the kill in this round, Harry.
Yeah, they are. AWPs on both sides, and Jewelry is going to mix things up and go for a little bit of a mid take. We haven't really seen too much of mid possession from both teams. I mean, usually at the highest level of CS, you'll see mid being taken very early on in the round, and then teams like to decide where they want to go from there. Not really a whole lot, but check out this information gathered here from the CTs. They will know it's not A from this. They do need to know that Smartry is lurking, but this could be absolutely huge from Endpoint. If they could find this bomb, and Jury will have no idea that they are slow walking all the way through T-spawn. This is so much information. If they can spot that bomb, that would be huge.
Mighty Max being the sneakiest of Beavers right now. Sneaking through behind essentially every single player on this New4 squad. Imi is with him as well, so they do have the opportunity to make something happen here, but it's actually Mighty Max who does pick up that first kill. The second kill does go down as well, so they're going to have a 5v3 situation now, Harry.
Yeah, and
smart plays.
Yeah, and look at where all the T's are in relation to the bomb. I mean, we've got Mocky here in B-Apps. We have Black Mamba as well here in Ladder Room. They are nowhere near the bomb. Counter-terrorists certainly have possession of that. So we could be seeing Endpoint here going back-to-back in rounds. I mean, at this point in time, Black Mamba's just going for like highlight reel plays, and Endpoint put another round on the board on their CT side. The economy starts to grow, and all of a sudden, Endpoint looking pretty good on their CT side.
And finally, it's taken, 20 rounds.
Yeah, 21
rounds for Endpoint to realise that they're in a game of CS, but
yeah.
Now they have. At least they have, Harry. Yes. At least they've realised what's going on now and where they are.
Never, right?
Maybe we'll blame it on the time difference.
Yeah,
that'll do. They've been there. They've been there a week, but the only reason is jet lag that they're losing.
Exactly.
So we'll go with that. But we could see an Endpoint comeback here because of that. They've just adjusted to the time difference.
Yeah, I mean we could, because Mirage is a very CT-sided map, so potentially this comeback could happen. I mean we've seen stranger things happen, Mark, but it looks like once again the T's going for this A smoke execute. It works so well, especially when Mighty Max is pretty much the only man on the A bomb site. Oh, he miscues the flash though. In fact, it will go off in the end. Mocky will go down, and Mighty Max here just needs to stay alive, be a nuisance. 2, make it 3 of the terrorists are already down. The last 2 alive will be Black Mamba and Smartly. We've known how good Smartly can be, but he's taken down Mighty Max in the round, going absolutely huge.
I told you, man.
And that's 2 in the round for Mighty Max. And Endpoint is starting to come back.
I told you, buddy, the time difference is now no longer a factor. Endpoint have woken up in this game. 15-6, 2 rounds in a row going in their favour. Maybe this is the comeback, Harry. Imagine the comeback. What a nice note to end on would be for the UK team to be taking this game. We are going to see economy buys coming in from New4 here. Just the pistols and upgraded pistols. The other side, much more of a loaded situation.
Yeah, this is going to be kind of like a razzle-dazzle play, I think, on the A-bomb site. They have no utility to work with, and you can... Oh, I thought... Never mind. Hold on. Let me see. Where's this bomb dude? Jury, what are you up to, bro? Okay, so I thought what was happening was Jury was going to go rotate back around to B halls and let all of his players run up A ramp and then try and plant the bomb on B. But the problem is the CTs... They have all this information in the B halls, and they'll now know that Black Mamba was boosted up in mid. So the problem is with Keats holding this angle with the AWP, and Felix backing him up with a rifle as well. The bomb basically has no choice but to wait until his teammates come and back him up, and even still, with only pistols and only Kevlar and Smartry, it's going to be pretty tough for them to get themselves back into this round. A bomb plant in this round would be nice for New4 to get themselves a little bit of extra money going forward, but it's not looking likely given the weapons they have.
So, Endpoint showing signs of life. 2 players do drop for New4 as well. That was Mighty Max and Imi picking up another one in the kill feed there. So, only 2 players going to be alive for New4. A full complement of players for Endpoint. Looks like that bomb is kind of stuck at the moment in a difficult situation. And I like what I'm seeing from Endpoint here. Just playing this one smartly, playing this one nice and slowly. And just waiting for the New4 push.
Yeah, and there it is. Mighty Max just pre-aiming that corner. Must have had some intel that the bomb was stuck in that corner. And just like that, Endpoint will clean out a pretty easy round for them. But the next round's going to be the big tell. Look at the money on the T side. It's looking pretty good. They could buy up an AWP, which they most certainly do on jewelry. And surely Black Mamba. This is the question. Do they want to go double AWP? Nope, they go for the rifle instead. So just the 1 AWP on the T side. It's going to be with jewelry. And I tell you what, if Endpoint could eke out this round, it could mean magical things for the Endpoint side.
I believe in you, Endpoint. I believe in you.
Take my energy.
Take everything I have.
Raise your donglers.
Well, 15-7. So New4 still with match points, but this I think could be the round where it's closed out, and that is going to be a huge initial kill there from Jewelry.
Keats
giving them the advantage.
Was just trying to make a play.
Yeah.
And sometimes
Jewelry
they
said
work
no.
out. Sometimes they
It was
work
simple
out.
as that.
But Jewelry was like, come on, man. We got 15 rounds here. I ain't messing about no more. I ain't messing about no more.
They baited him in. They baited him in for a few rounds, and Jewelry's gone,
Yeah.
right, boys,
Right.
time to get serious. And he removes his face. It was as simple as that. Keats drops.
Keats, stay at home next time, bro.
So the advantage massively in the favour of New4 here. They are on match point, of course. They've got many of those to play with. Imi here trying to do what he can. It looks like they are trying to rotate this bomb through to B, potentially. But there are 3 players also stacking A.
Yeah, this is very interesting. If you look at the minimap, there's only a couple of players at the moment on the B site, and you can see the bomb starting to make its way through the B halls. 2 of the T side go down on A, but it looks like Felix has read this perfectly. He will take down 1. If he could take down the bomb carrier, this would be huge. But only 30 seconds left in the
God,
round.
Endpoint!
There you go.
I believe in Endpoint.
Felix will take down the bomb carrier and win the round. That's absolutely incredible.
No bias just came out of me there,
Let's
by the
have
way.
a look. 1, 2,
5,
3,
I believe.
4, 5.
5 rounds in a row for Endpoint. So New4, even though they got that initial pick from Jewelry with that, you know.
I'm calling it now.
You calling it now? You're going to put money on it?
New4 are tilted. That's what I'm saying.
New4 are tilted from Wonderboy.
By
So
the British Bulldogs of Endpoint.
they still have match points, but match points have not been good for them at the moment. And once again, Endpoint pick up the initial kill, but that is answered back by the guys from New4. But that is going to be 2 down. 3 down now as Imi picks up another kill. The last player alive is going to be Jackhan. Does pick up 1 kill there. He's going to be backing down here. 2v1 situation for him to clutch up. He's going to be pushed. He does actually go down. So Endpoint with 6 in a row now, Harry. We have a game in our hands.
We most certainly diddly do, because the money on the T side, this is getting in save territory for them. I mean, they could force up into this one if they really wanted to, but they are just going to buy the Kevlar and pistols. And I won't lie to you, I got a little bit scared when Keats decided to challenge the player there. I mean, it was 2 versus 1. The C2s had full nades. All they had to do was wait for the plant. But Keats said, you know what? I'm not even going to give them the extra money. They're just going to go for a fast play here onto the B site. Moki jumping through Molotovs. Velux will take him down. It's Ezio to back him up from short as well. Another from Velux. Velux in the end will go down. Ezio takes down 1 and can't make it 2 though. So the retake will have to come in from the CT side. Keats here early though through halls. This could be huge. He will find Black Mamba, but can't quite find the kill at the end. The last man alive is Smartshy with 4 HP. He finds 1, finds 2. Smartshy, surely Endpoint not like this.
Not like this, boys. Smartshy only has 4 HP though. It's all about Imi just finding him before he does it. He does exactly that. So Endpoint taking, is that 7 rounds in a row now? 6 or 7 rounds in a row?
It's a lot. 7.
7 rounds in a row now for Endpoint. They are making the comeback, ladies and gentlemen. The defuse comes in from Imi. And the British Stallions are keeping this game alive. 15-10 now. I think it was 15-3 at one point.
I think it was. I think you might be right. And the pause comes in from the Chinese.
I think it's time to have a chat, boys. I think, lads, let's take a moment.
What's happening here?
What is going on? So that was, as we said, 7 rounds in a row for Endpoint, Harry. What is going wrong on the Chinese side of things?
Well, if you knew 4, you're like, we were 15-3 up.
What do we do?
We just lost 7 in a row.
What point?
The only rounds that New4 have actually won on their T side, if I'm not mistaken, were the pistol and the 2 after, which are pretty much gimmies after you win the pistol round anyway. So no doubt it's going to be a tactical pause coming in from New4, trying to figure something out, and the unpause that has actually just come in. But
do you think it was one of those situations where they were like, one of the players is going, we should probably take a pause now? They're like, nah, we've got 4 or 5 more.
You just got
like next round.
Sometimes you just got to do it.
Should we have a pause now?
Yeah.
No, we've got to play. All right, let's have a pause now. Now we seriously need to have a pause.
Sometimes you just have to call it in and try and ice the other team, because they were on a hot streak right there. Were Endpoint. But I tell you what, man, UKCS, it's no laughing matter. I know I was laughing earlier on, but earlier on, Imi is they do this so much, this information gathering play. They need to be very careful of Moki though. This time might just work out in favour of Endpoint, but all that information is gathered, but there was no one on T ramp, and now they not only have Mighty Max set up there, they also have Imi here in this kind of off angle corner. So with the bomb still in T-spawn, that's a pretty safe play from the terrorists. That's going to allow them to either with Mocky here pick up the bomb and go round to mid and go to B, or when players rotate back through T-spawn, can pick up the bomb and go to A. So Mocky here needs to be so careful of Imi. And Mocky checks it. That's incredible. Great map awareness there from Mocky, knowing that he had no lurkers holding the angle on the T-ramp. And now, as I said before, Mocky's going to pick up this bomb, rotate round through T-spawn, and all of a sudden, the B-bomb site is going to come under jeopardy. And Mighty Max is all the way across the map.
So Velix here in a position to maybe take some players down, but Jory hits him in the jaw to take him out. And this could be the end of the run, Harry. 15-10, the score, with New4 full complement of players. Whereas Endpoint, after taking 7 rounds in a row, find themselves with only 3 players. Smarchy here, hiding behind these smokes. The push is coming in on B. The bomb is going down as well.
So much utility still on the T side as well. There's a few insins here and there on the CT side, but otherwise, it looks as if the T's are absolutely paused to take this round. It would have to be absolutely something miraculous. Keats, will he check this corner to his left? Smarchy will take down Ezio. Keats will take down 1. It's a 4 versus 2 now. Keats and Mighty Max. The last 2 are alive, but just like that, the Chinese will seal it out. The comeback was real for a time, but Endpoint, in the end, they found themselves too far down. And in the end, it will be New4 16, Endpoint 10.
So, I mean, we believed for just a moment there, Harry, the comeback was happening from the British guys, but it was just that first half, really, wasn't it? Well, they just got essentially stomped, and they gave themselves far too much to do.